Hello everyone. So Lacrimosa is coming out in around 2 days in the global version of NTE, and from what I've seen in the Chinese version of NTE, I'm going to give you like a general explanation of Lacrimosa, what she offers, and in the end, should you pull for Lacrimosa? Now, before I start, the decision to pull for Lacrimosa is yours, and I shouldn't be the one telling you that, so just treat this as like, you know, a quick explanation of what Lacrimosa really offers. So her life skill is going to be Chef Tomato, and at level 1 it increases dish prices by 1% for each dessert tag on dishes, and at level 5 it increases dish prices by 1.5% for every 2 dessert tags on dishes. So yeah, she's another character that life skill is helping the owner selection, so the originating cafe, which is one of the best ways, of course, in NT to get, you know, passive fonts. So you might want her for that, but one thing to note that is that there's a lot of characters that is already doing this, and Lacrimosa is just another character that's just doing this. Now she does have a character trait in the open world, which is Sleepwalk. So Lacrimosa transforms into a bat in her dreams, flying freely. When out of combat, hold dodge to enter flight. Flight costs stamina. So basically it is a movement ability in the open world. Basically she can fly in the open world, but it also consumes stamina, and in a game that, you know, offers you the option of either using a car or fast travel, this sleepwalking ability is kind of not that important, but it is a good ability to have. Now this life skill I think is pretty important. It's in Chinese, but I'm going to translate it. When Lacrimosa is in your team during the Pink Paws heist, the amount of fonts and Pink Paw coins will be increased by 15%. I think that is really good, by the way. Is really good, and at level 2 it jumps up to 20%, so that is really good. I think this is a fantastic life skill to have, but is it worth it to, you know, just pull Lacrimosa for it? Let's, you know, look at her abilities now. So right now we're on her basic attacks, and the most important thing I want to talk about is that she actually has 2 modes. So it's gonna be right here in the flavor variation. So flavor variation can be used at any time via the aim button. So what you can say is this is basically a long range mode, and this tosses her frying pan and performs a flying kick forward when using tomato metal, dealing 1 instance of chaos damage to each target hit. And then it switches her attack module to tomato percussion, and then her close range attack is gonna be switching her attack module back to tomato metal, and then she basically deals 1 instance of AoE chaos damage when using tomato percussion. Now Lacrimosa also has the ability to basically steal enemies' techniques, so it is gonna be in her basic attack Devilish Inspiration. So when you hold to enter the A mode, deal 1 instance of chaos damage to an enemy, and it also learns their combat techniques. So it explains right here, temporarily forgets Morning Tomato and uses the learned technique upon successful learning, and then the learned techniques can be stored permanently in Lacrimosa's memory. New techniques can be learned to replace existing ones, or Lacrimosa can actively forget a technique on the skill page to recall Morning Tomato. So basically it means that you can either choose to use the learned techniques, or you can also discard them. Now you might be thinking, you know, how do you use the learned techniques? So it is in her redirect skill where you can use her, you know, learned skills. So redirect skill Devilish Gift creates mobs identical to those of the original skill owner using Lacrimosa Esprit ability and initiates an attack, simultaneously triggering the corresponding skill's additional effects, matches the skill duration of the original skill owner. It prevents Lacrimosa from moving during the cast but allows her to actively cancel the cast or switch to other characters. Causes Lacrimosa to take damage if she is attacked during the cast, and then also grants Lacrimosa a percentage of the original skill owner's attack upon casting Devilish Gift. Lacrimosa's ability to, you know, basically steal the enemy's skill is actually pretty interesting. And personally, I think Lacrimosa's like, you know, skill to, you know, basically copy other enemies' abilities is quite interesting. And you can basically say Lacrimosa is basically a chaos version of Nanali, because they're both DOT and also damage dealers. And honestly, Lacrimosa is only the second ever chaos character besides Daffodil. If you want to, you know, activate Scourge, Discord, or Nova, then you might want to pull her. All right, now there's one big thing you want to know about Lacrimosa, and is that Lacrimosa, I would say, is like a, you know, chaos version of Nanali. But one thing you want to note is that you do kind of really want an extra copy of her to unlock an extra node, because her 6th node is actually very crazy. So her 6th node, the morning spell, allows Lacrimosa to automatically cast her support skills and trigger the corresponding cycle without any cycle energy accumulation when switching to her from any character that can trigger as per cycles, such as Nova, Scorch, or Discord, within 5 seconds after casting Devilish Gift. This just basically means that you can skip the entire process and you can just cast, you know, effects which corresponds with chaos, such as Nova, Scorch, or Discord. So basically she is an instant cycle character if you pull an extra copy of her, and that is pretty good. Now, one more thing you want to consider is, of course, the cosmetics. Lacrimosa has cosmetics out of the fucking wazoo. She right now has 5 skins, and she also has, you know, a special bond level skin at bond level 10. Yeah, that's all about I want to talk about for Lacrimosa. She does release pretty soon, so let me know if you guys are pulling for her. For me, I'm not. She really isn't my type of character, and I would actually want to focus more on the Porsche collab right now. So yeah, let me know if you guys are pulling for Lacrimosa or not. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next NT video.